Ho'oponopono has helped me answer the question that I've been asking myself for 12 years since the first time I saw the documentary The Secret. And the question is, why can't the law of attraction work for me? What am I doing wrong? I'm following the steps, but why isn't it working for me? I believed in the whole idea of law of attraction. Like attracts like. What you believe you'll receive. I got those concepts. They made sense to me. But when I tried to apply it in my life, I wasn't getting anything back. If anything else, I was getting more frustrated and just more bad things were coming to my life. And then I finally understood why things were happening the way they did when I found Ho'oponopono. So here's what's going on in our subconscious mind. So let's say we want to manifest something. Let's say we want to manifest $1 million, right? That's our goal. We want a lot of money in our bank accounts. So the first step in law of attraction says, well, think about $1 million. Put it out there. Put it out to the universe that you want $1 million. And then you have to kind of feed that feeling with emotion. You've got to get excited about it. And if you can hold that thought long enough, your $1 million or whatever it is you're thinking about will come to you. See, here's what The Secret didn't address that I found to be true in my life, in most people's lives, especially my clients. What the law of attraction doesn't necessarily cover is what happens when you get blocked with opposing energy. So in this scenario, I'm asking for $1 million from the universe. Once I put out that $1 million, my subconscious starts going to work, and it starts thinking about all the memories I've had that connect to the idea of $1 million. So it's going to think about the last time I wanted $1 million, why I wanted $1 million. What did I think about the last time I tried to pursue $1 million? Did I pursue it? Was I a failure? How many times was I a failure? What are the people around me talking about when they talk about $1 million? So all that stuff starts coming up. All that energy that we've been holding on to starts rising up to our awareness. And all of a sudden, we forget about this $1 million, and we're now in the story of all this other stuff, all this negative energy. And really what's happening is our subconscious is pulling up all the energy of past memories, past thoughts that might be opposing what we want. So our job isn't necessarily to keep thinking and wishing of what we want. If we wish hard enough, it'll happen. Our job is to eliminate or release anything that's inside us that's holding us back, that's creating the blocks. Because we are by far and only our worst enemy. There's no one else. Whatever problems we perceive outside in the world actually exist inside of us. So we can continue to do the things that we did in the past, which is blame other people and fight and work hard and then hope and feel desperate and all these other things that we've been doing for so long that haven't worked. Or we can finally come to this understanding that everything that's going on is just inside of us. And we just have to get out of our own way. Ho'oponopono allows us to get out of our own way. It allows us to release that energy that keeps creeping up every time we want to move forward in life. That information, that energy, we call it data in Ho'oponopono, but that data doesn't belong to you. You need to understand that. That data has been inherited from your life, right? So when you were growing up, everyone was downloading their opinions and calling it fact. And you had to trust them because they were your safety nets, right? They were the ones that were going to keep you safe and help you move forward in life. So you believed it, and it became a fact. But we've never tested ourselves. We never asked ourselves, is this information correct? So we've lived a life based on this old information. We've made judgments. We've made decisions in our lives based on the information that we received when we were children. So we know now that a lot of the information that was given to us isn't serving us. But for whatever reason, we can't stop thinking about it. We can't stop having the same actions. We can't stop doing the same things, creating the same choices. So Ho'oponopono, again, allows us to erase that. And the simple way to do that is through the Ho'oponopono mantra, which is a 4-phrase. Thank you, I love you, please forgive me, and I'm sorry. Its power is in its simplicity. Just by saying this mantra over and over again, thank you, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, you're erasing that energy, that data that's governing us, that's running your subconscious mind. In my seminars and in my private coaching, I go into detail on how our subconscious controls us, but it just does. And it controls us based on the information that we provide our subconscious. So the way we provide information to our subconscious is our thoughts. What we say, what we do, how we feel, creates our belief system. So as we're creating these new feelings and these new beliefs, we got to start erasing some of the old stuff, the old beliefs that aren't serving us anymore. So thank you, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, will help you erase it. Just by saying it alone, it's going to erase it. Because we have to remind ourselves that words in themselves don't have any energy. They're valueless. We put meaning in our words. So think about the word I love you. Think about the meaning that's already instilled in it. Your subconscious will clean on that word I love you. It will erase the data. It knows that anything that's not I love you, does not feel like I love you, has to go away. So by doing the mantra, we're doing what we call cleaning. We're cleaning our house up. We're letting go of all the things that don't serve us anymore. So what doesn't serve us anymore? At this point in this process, you've learned that you have to have purpose. And anything that's in your space that's leading you towards purpose will stay. Anything that doesn't, that isn't serving your purpose, has to go. When you do your cleaning, when you say thank you and I love you, please forgive me and I'm sorry, you're erasing your subconscious memories. So all those problems that were problems are going to go away. Why does this work? How does just saying these simple phrases erase lifetimes of trauma and memories and heavy emotions and anger? How does that work? So here's a survey that was really interesting to me and that helped me connect with this information. On average, we have 70,000 thoughts a day. 70,000, whether we're conscious of them or not. Of those 70,000 thoughts, 95% of them are habitual. So in other words, every day, 95% of our day, we're doing and saying the same things over and over again. There's a program in us that creates these loops. And we don't realize it because we're not aware of them. But this energy just keeps repeating itself over and over again. So when you have problems that keep creeping up, there's a reason for it. This is no accident. Right? And things didn't just happen to you out of sheer luck. There's an energy behind it, and we want to erase the energies that aren't serving us, and we want to replace it with the energies that do serve us. So think about those 95% of those thoughts. Only 5% of your thoughts are original, are creative. 95% of that is the same thoughts you had yesterday and the day before that and the year before that and the year before that. So no wonder we keep having the same problems in our lives. We keep having the same thoughts, which create the same emotion, which provoke the same actions, which create the same situation for us. If we want to change our lives, we have to change our thinking. And sometimes that thinking is too heavy. It just comes up too hard and it makes us want to just crawl into a shell. So our job is not to fight our thoughts. You have no idea what's going on in your mind that's regulating your subconscious and your body. But our job isn't to figure that out. Our job is just to keep erasing. Let a higher energy, let a higher divine source figure it out. Figure out what needs to go. That's not our job. Our job is to kind of let go of it. So we say thank you and I love you. Please forgive me and I'm sorry. When I first started doing this practice, when I first learned about it, I would do it when I was feeling anxious, when heavy stuff was starting to come up and I had a hard time dealing with it. So I just kept saying the mantra over and over again because there's really no wrong way of saying it. Just say it. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Even if you just choose to say thank you or I love you, just keep repeating it over and over again. So when I was doing it, I found after a few seconds, after a few minutes, I started feeling really good. It felt better. Then I noticed I would clean so much. I'd say the mantra so much that I'd forget what I was cleaning on. Like minutes would go by and I'm like, what was I even cleaning on? So I recognize that maybe I shouldn't do this cleaning just when things are feeling heavy, when things are feeling bad. Why wait till that? Why wait for the storm? So now I clean all the time. I say the mantra in my mind all the time. Because think about this. Think about all that self-talk that we do on a daily basis. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I'm worthless. I'm such a shit. We say this to ourselves. Why? And think about how many of those 70,000 thoughts are those kind of thoughts. So if you're saying thank you and I love you and please forgive me and I'm sorry, you can't be saying I'm a shit. You can't say I'm not worthy. I'm not capable. So we're erasing the language that's creating the energy that's creating your problem. That's kind of a simple way of looking at it. Ho'oponopono is much deeper than this. And if you really want to know yourself, you remember know thyself. If you want to know thyself, I encourage you to continue this practice. Perhaps sign up for one of the programs that are on my website or sign up for one of our private sessions or group sessions. But if you really want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes, I'd encourage you to look further. There are free videos on YouTube. You can just type in Ho'oponopono. There's tons of content out there. But this practice is truly amazing. In a short period of time, I've been able to release stress and anxiety. I'm off antidepressants. I'm off ADD medication. I lost 60 pounds in, I believe, 3 months, just under 90 days. Things happen to me that my awareness has changed completely because of this practice. But for this practice to work, there's a couple of things you need to understand. There's a process to this. One, you have to do it. It only works when you're doing it. If you're putting in the work, it'll work. And you're going to see it almost immediately. But these three processes, these three steps that I'll call, the first step is you have to be 100% responsible of everything that's in your awareness, of everything in your life. So the philosophy is you are truly the creator of your life. Everything in it, energetically, you've put in there. All the good stuff, all the bad stuff, whatever you consider good or bad, you've put it there. So if there's something in my life that's giving me unease, if there's something that's creating tension or stress, or is not creating prosperity and joy, I got to clean on it because it doesn't belong there. It's my responsibility. And I mean that quite literally, everything. If I'm having a conversation with somebody that's upsetting to me, who's feeling upset? I am. The emotion is within me. So I need to clean on that. If something bothers me, if something takes me out of imbalance, I have to clean on it. It's not my job to change the world, right? I can't decide what's good or bad in the world, but I can decide how I feel about it. And if I feel imbalanced about something, then I have to clean on it and bring me back into balance. But it only works when I'm 100% responsible. Because what I'm learning through this process, through this education, is that the universe brings me things for me to clean on. Brings me people that I need to understand something about myself. I don't need to go deep into the lessons, but I need to know that they're there for a reason, and I need to clean on it so I can release myself of whatever's holding me to this person, whatever's creating this reality. And if you do this, I promise you, you're going to feel life shift in ways that are unimaginable. Love. You're going to feel love that you've never thought possible. But let me be clear about something very important. When I say thank you, when I say I love you, please forgive me and I'm sorry, I'm not saying that to anybody outside of me. I'm saying that to myself. Because the only person I have to seek forgiveness from is me. The only one that's judging me or that even matters is me. The only person that's holding me back is me. More specifically, the energy I've chosen to carry, the hate I've been lugging around thinking it's important for some reason, so I shouldn't let go of it. Right? So we got to forgive ourselves for holding on to that hate, for not trying to be the bigger person in the situation, just so we can free ourselves from those emotions. I tell my clients all the time, sometimes we don't have a choice. We have to make a choice between either being happy or being right. For me, I choose happiness 100% of the time. I don't care if I'm right. Yeah, what's right? Right is subjective. I want to be happy. So anything that doesn't make me feel happy, I have to clean on it. I have to let go. I have to let go of that energy that's holding me. Because once I've let go enough of it, I become free. So the first step is becoming 100% responsible. Well, how do we become responsible? By cleaning, by doing the mantra, by going inside and doing the inner work, recognizing that whatever we're experiencing is happening in us. Outside is just a reflection of what's going on within us. So that's step 2. We clean. We clean on everything. I clean 24/7. I'm always cleaning. I wake up with the mantra running in my head. 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of cleaning. Because here's what we need to understand. It's not our jobs to work hard to what we need. It's our jobs to decide what we want and then get out of our own way. Let the universe come in and do its job. We just have to decide, and then we have to let go. We have to be specific in our direction. We have to be clear, and then let go. That's our job. And then we let the universe do whatever it needs to do. And we let go by cleaning. 70,000 thoughts a day. It's incredible. So eventually, we're going to clean so much where you can't help but look at life differently. Things just shift. Clarity comes. Where you mostly saw negativity, that's gone. And now positive comes your way. Love just comes your way. Answers just come. We get to a point where in Ho'oponopono we call it 0. 0 is where you're thoughtless. In Buddhism, they call it the void of thought. In Christianity, they call it purity. But there's this part, there's a process, there's a step where that mind chatter has stopped, or at least slowed down enough where another voice comes in. And that's step 3. Take massive inspired actions. When you clear your mind enough, another voice will come up. And it's going to give you the directions you need. It's going to give you the information. It's going to bring you the people that you need to accomplish your mission, accomplish your goals, to get what you want. But we got to clean to get to that place. Because that voice is subtle. It comes in different ways. It can come in a sound, in a memory, in a feeling, in just a knowing. If you're too busy playing with the mind chatter, you're not going to hear that voice. It's going to miss you. Because that voice is always talking to us. It's always there. We call it inspiration because you've been inspired. You know what inspiration feels like. That joy, that excitement, that energy, that electricity that flows through you. That's inspiration. Our problem is when an inspired thought comes up, and they come up regularly, we don't take action fast enough, or we don't take it at all. And then we leave enough time for that negative thinking, the why we can't do this thing kind of thinking comes through. And now we're swimming in that kind of energy. So step 3 is take massive inspired action. When that thought, when that other voice comes up and gives you that direction, know it's for you, know it's perfect for you, know it's correct, and take it. You don't have to know why you're taking it. You don't have to know what's going to happen at the end. Just take that step, follow that impulse, and then that impulse will lead you to new steps, new impulses. It's an amazing feeling, ladies and gentlemen. You got to surrender to another higher energy, another thing, whatever you want to call it, that's here to guide us. But we're too busy right now with the mental chatter of our past. We can't let go. We can't let anything new in. And that's what we need. We don't want to live through the memories of the past anymore, because the memories of the past aren't getting the results that we want. We want to clear that away so we make room for inspiration, for guidance, for divine guidance. That's how we were meant to live this life, ladies and gentlemen. This section is very special to me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share this information. Again, I encourage you to pursue your education in Ho'oponopono. You can find courses and programs and literature on my website, and you can always book a private session with me